feel like you're missing something that's actually still there, but you can't see it, you can't touch it, you can't talk to it? Feels like an emptiness. Well, that's what Jungkook BTS is feeling. Jungkook, BTS' beloved magne, recently made armies all over the world teary-eyed after confiding in them about his deep longing for his beloved dog Bam. For those who don't know, Bam is not just a pet for Jungkook. Bam is like family. Even more than that. In some moments, you could say that Bam became a solace when the world demanded too much, when the pressure of the K-pop entertainment industry was too crazy, or when Jungkook's heart needed peace that no human could give. And yes, this longing does not arise without reason. Jungkook is currently serving in the military, an obligation that every man in South Korea must fulfill, including idols as famous as him. The military is not just about physical training, weapons, or extreme discipline. It's also about sacrifice. You're separated from your comforts, from the life you've built, from the routines you love, and even from the creatures that secretly strengthen you every day. In Jungkook's case, it was Bam. Bam, the active, intelligent, and super loyal Belgian Malinois dog, has made frequent appearances in BTS content. From in the SOP to Jungkook's casual moments that are rarely exposed to the camera. There's one part that made many armies swoon, when Jungkook sat alone, hugging Bam with a small smile without many words. You can see there's a connection there that can't be explained by theory. It's not just humans petting animals, but a deep, almost spiritual bond. And now that bond is being tested by time and distance. Through letters and short updates from the military, Jungkook says that he misses Bam a lot. He didn't just mention Bam once or twice. But every time he tells a story, Bam comes up. Not just because it's funny or viral, but because Bam's presence is like an anchor in his life. When she feels empty, Bam is there to fill her up. When she's tired, Bam sits quietly beside her, not asking anything, just keeping her company. And this is the most painful thing for someone in the military. You can lift barbells, you can run dozens of kilometers, but there's no special training to deal with longing. Theoretically speaking, the relationship between humans and pets, especially dogs, has been studied from various psychological angles. There is something called attachment theory. This is usually used to explain the relationship between parents and children or couples. But as it turns out, the human brain can also form similar emotional attachments with pets. Dogs, with their social and empathetic nature, can activate the oxytocin hormone response, aka the love or bonding hormone. Every time Jungkook plays with Bam, hugs him, or even just sits together, his body releases oxytocin that makes him feel calm and happy. And now that hormone can't be released in the usual way, 'cause Bam wasn't there. The longing is even more excruciating. This is what makes Jungkook's story so relatable. 'Cause who hasn't missed something that gives us a sense of calm and comfort? And the funny thing is, it's not just about Jungkook and Bam. It's about everyone who has ever felt like they've lost an important figure in their life, even temporarily. ARMY, as a fandom that has accompanied Jungkook's journey from a teenage boy to a global superstar, can immediately feel the same pain. They feel the pain together. That's why when Jungkook's vent about Bam appeared, the response wasn't just funny, but more like, I get it, Kook. I know how it feels. Many armies even shared their own stories about losing or missing their pets. Some cried because they just lost their favorite cat, while others shared that their dog had always been there for them in difficult times, like Bam to Jungkook. It's a collective moment where one idol's honest confession can connect with millions of hearts around the world. So if you think it's just about dogs and their owners, you're wrong. It's deeper. It's about an irreplaceable emotional bond. It's about the longing that you can't cure with a video call or watching old videos. About how much it means to have a little furry creature that can't even talk, but can understand you more than anyone else. And for Jungkook, Bam isn't just a memory. Bam is home. And right now, he's away from home. And speaking of genuine love coming from a being who can't even talk, this isn't just about Jungkook and Bam, but about how the glittering world of celebrity can make people lose their humanity. Behind the bright lights of the stage, the international fan base, and the fantastic numbers on the music charts, Jungkook is still a human being who needs warmth, peace, and love that isn't made up. Bam symbolizes all of those things. The life of an idol like Jungkook has been thought to be full of luxury. Yes, it's luxurious, but it's also exhausting. Abnormal working hours, expectations from the public, harsh comments on social media, pressure from the industry, it all adds up. You can have it all: money, fame, global recognition. But when you're alone in a hotel room in a foreign country after a concert, you're looking for something more personal. Not applause, not fan cam, but something you can hug without being perfect, and that's where Bam comes in. Bam, with his innocent eyes and loyalty that doesn't change despite Jungkook's late nights or busy recording, is the safest haven for a weary heart. 'Cause dogs never care how high your views are on YouTube or how good you look on stage. They only care if you come home or not, whether or not you still remember them. And now, when Jungkook has to serve his country, the thing that hurts the most is not just the strenuous routine of the military, but the feeling that he can't be a host to the little creatures that always wait for him to come home. That's also why ARMY was touched. 'Cause all this time, fans have known Jungkook's side as a performer, charismatic, powerful, and with a strong stage presence. But behind it all, it turns out that he also has fragile spaces that are very human. A space filled by a dog named Bam. When he talks about his longing, it's not just sad content to post. It's a sincere expression of someone who is struggling not only in the military but also in his own heart. And ARMY, as BTS' loyal audience and biggest support system, responded in the warmest way possible. Many started making fan art of Bam, sending messages of support, and some even donated to a dog shelter under the name Bam in solidarity. This is proof that the BTS fandom is not just a crowd chasing popularity, but a community that is sensitive, caring, and can understand small things that have big meanings. In a broader perspective, the story of Jungkook and Bam is also a wake-up call that we all, no matter how busy we are, still need something to bring us back to our roots home. And that home, for some people, is not a place with a roof and walls, but can just be the innocent gaze of a dog who is always there unconditionally. Jungkook may be far away, but the feeling is still close. And Bam, even if he can't talk or text back, knows that he's being missed that deeply. And you know what? Among all the things that can make a superstar like Jungkook feel enough, Bam is one of the few reasons why he always has a reason to come home. Whether it's after a world tour or after finishing his military duty. Because no matter how successful you are out there, at the end of the day, we all just want one thing. A place where we can be ourselves, no makeup, no filters, no pressure. And for Jungkook, that place is called Bam. Till then, we can both wait. Because if longing is sincere and love is real, then the next meeting will definitely be the most emotional moment ever. Not at a concert, but in the yard, with a dog who can finally jump for joy because his master is home. And those of you listening to this right now, ask yourself, who is your Bam? Who's always there for you when you're tired, when you're down, when you feel alone? And have you told her how precious she is? Because sometimes we only realize what someone means when we're separated. And Jungkook, he's already felt that.